All right, what's going on? Good afternoon. It's Wednesday. It's 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I go live every Wednesday at this time here on my YouTube channel. So every week I have a new topic of something that I think could be helpful for my clients to hear and also for those of you who are not clients. So if you join the video, please comment below where you're watching the video from. And let me know if you can hear me all right. Let me know if you can see fine. I've got my microphone going. It should work just fine. But today's topic is essentially me giving you a plan of exactly what I would do if I wanted to lose between 5 and 10 pounds over the next 8 weeks, not only despite the holidays, but while being able to enjoy the holidays guilt free. All right. So I'm going to give you, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to do, 8 things to focus on in this plan that if you do it, you will absolutely make progress and you will absolutely be better off on January 1st, fitness wise, than you are today. Okay. Now, it's seen as the time of year, and it's not just seen it really is the time of year where most people are going in the opposite direction. They're gaining some weight, right? Whether it's a couple pounds of body fat or whether it's more than that, five. Some people gain 10 pounds during these last 2 months of the year. And it's a lot that has to do with the holidays. Um, but it more has to do with allowing the holidays to keep you off track for longer than you need to be. What happens to most people is they go hard for a few weeks in November leading up to Thanksgiving. And then once Thanksgiving hits, then it's Black Friday after that. Then you're in December. You've got work holiday parties. You've got family parties on multiple sides of your family. And people just kind of use it as an excuse to take 5 weeks off from their program or tracking their food or their usual routine. So it's actually not the holidays themselves. It's not Christmas dinner. It's not Thanksgiving dinner. It's not New Year's Eve. As it's not those three occasions as to why you might gain 5 pounds of body fat. It's because you're spending 5 weeks in that holiday mode. All right. And every year I have old clients who've been with me for years, and I have new clients who it's their first holiday season with me. Every year we have guys who lose weight during this period. Like, make no mistake about it. Not only is it doable, it's realistic. It happens every single year in our Modern Man program. And let's get one thing straight as well. If you simply maintain where you're at, let's say you have weight loss goals. If you're watching this video, you probably have weight loss goals. If you simply maintain where you're at, your weight, your fitness level for the month of December, you're winning. That is a good position to be in. If you're someone who can maintain your weight during what's generally the more difficult parts of the year, fitness wise, it puts you in a good position to win in that calendar year as a whole. And the same for the summertime. Summer, I would argue, is even way harder than the holidays because the holidays, it's just one dinner for Christmas, one dinner for, one holiday party for work. We're talking about like a few instances that we can pinpoint in the month of December, whereas the summertime often is every weekend. There's occasions and events and get-togethers, and you're going away. So in my mind, and from what I've seen, the summer's a lot harder. So that's the good news, is that the holidays aren't even the hardest part of the year. But if you can simply maintain where you're at in the summertime and in December, that gives you a really good chance and puts you in a really advantageous position to make progress, make noticeable progress in the other 8 months, 9 months of the year. All right. You see what I mean? And people are sometimes always in this mode of always wanting to lose weight right now. You got to look at it in the year as a whole. You got to look at it in the long term. It's You're not always going to expect to lose weight in every month or in every situation. There's times throughout the year to go hard and push forward, like right now. There's times in the year where maintaining is a legitimate win. You just don't want to go backwards. Okay. That being said, if you're doing the right things, you absolutely can lose a pound a week from now until the end of the year. Of course, it's situation based. If you're 9% body fat, you're not going to lose a pound a week from now until the end of the year. You're already in better shape than 99.5% of people on earth. If you're above 20% body fat, yeah, you can absolutely lose a pound of body fat per week for the next 8 weeks, despite it being the holidays. And my goal for the clients that I work with around this time of year is to help push the right buttons, is to help them understand when is when is this a week or a day that we're pushing really hard, we're trying to be as consistent as humanly possible, and when is a time that it's okay to pull back and to enjoy your time. During those holiday occasions, enjoy the holidays, enjoy Thanksgiving Day, have whatever you want to have, no stress, no guilt, no restrictions or anything like that, because we just put in work for 3 months. And I know you're going to get right back on track in 2 days anyway. Right. So that's what I'm trying to do with my clients is have that life balance of really dialing in this time of year and sticking to our program as closely as possible in the normal days left. There's like 58 days left in the year. If we can put together 45 really consistent days that you're really happy with how the day went with nutrition and with training, that leaves 14 days, 2 full weeks of like not having to worry about being on track or about hitting your program, about being consistent. Is 14 days enough? Like we got Thanksgiving Day. Let's call it the day after Thanksgiving because maybe you're with family. Let's say uh, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. Maybe you're with like in-laws or another side of the family for to celebrate Christmas, or what we're talking about, whatever holidays you want to put here, Hanukkah, any other holidays you want to put there. There's a work holiday party, and I don't know, like that's pretty much it. New Year's Eve. Let's throw in there like that. That's only 1 week. That's 7 days. Let's throw in like three more like random days that you end up having like a family holiday party or a friend holiday party, I mean, and then two more like free days. That's 10 days. That's plenty, guys. You see how like realistic this is? There's 10 days and I'm stretching it. I'm adding in random days because I can't think of any more occasions you might have. We covered the work party, family parties on both sides, uh, not only Thanksgiving Day, but the next day, not only Christmas Day, but the Christmas Eve. Like, there's so much flexibility with this style of approach. So I just counted 10 days. I'm giving you 14 days to just like not worry about anything, stress free, have whatever you want to have. But the only catch is, can you be consistent for 45 days? That's what I'm asking you to do. That's pretty fair. That's pretty realistic. Okay. So let me know if this makes sense. Comment below holidays if this makes sense and if you're on board with this. If you think you can put together 45 days of really being consistent while enjoying the other 14 days guilt free. Most people don't do this. Most people are consistent for 21 days in November, and that's it. And then maybe 2 or 3 days in December, and the rest they throw in the towel. That's the truth. So here we go. I'm going to give you 8 specific, simple things to focus on in the next 58 days that will help you to fairly predictably lose 5 to 10 pounds by the end of the year while being able to enjoy those holiday days. Okay. And again, this is to do 45 days out of the next 58 days. So if you want, pull up a calendar or make a calendar and put it up on your office wall or on your computer or on your phone or something. and you're going to check off the days as you go. Did I hit my calories today, or did I actually follow my program? And the days you didn't, you're going to cross out with an X. That's one of the 14 days. Okay? So save those for the special occasions, right? So these are the things you're going to want to do for 45 days out of the next 58 days. The first thing is don't drink alcohol. Number 1, no alcohol. All right? The reason for this is you're going to have probably more than enough alcohol during the holidays. If you like to drink on Thanksgiving, if you like to drink when you're with family, if you like to drink on Christmas, if you like to drink on New Year's, if you like to drink at work holiday get-togethers, parties, if you like to drink, if this is you, like, I'm not asking you to never drink alcohol again. I'm saying save the alcohol for those special occasions, for those special days only. Why are you drinking today? There's no reason, like, if you're serious about this stuff, there's no reason to drink on Wednesday, November 5th. Why are we spending 200 calories on, yeah, on like, again, this is me giving a little tough love, like, if you're really serious about wanting to do this, wanting to see results, like, yeah, this is one of the things that will make it way easier to lose a pound a week for the next 8 weeks, like, way easier. There's a million things I could say that would be beneficial to your health that wouldn't make a huge impact on losing weight. This is one, like, this is going to make it way easier to lose weight. Drinking calories, just simply, like, forget whether it's alcohol or juice or um whatever other drinks have calories, a normal Gatorade, like, it doesn't matter, like, drinking your calories just makes it way harder to be in a deficit, way harder. Okay, so again, not asking you to never drink alcohol again. I'm saying 45 days out of the next 58, maybe don't drink alcohol. Drink alcohol on the other 14 days. I think that's pretty fair. Is that fair? Who's willing to do that? All right. Number 2, for your plan to lose 5 to 10 pounds over the next 8 weeks while enjoying the holidays. Number 2 is hit 8K steps daily. I'm putting this stuff in the chat here. All right. So hit 8,000 or more steps daily. That should be like the bare minimum. Can you lose weight while getting 5,000 steps or 6,000 steps? Sure. Yeah, of course. But the more active you are, the easier it's going to be. For someone who gets in 8,000 or 10,000 or 12,000 steps a day, generally, it should be, and of course, we have to look at their eating habits. It should be noticeably, to some degree, easier for that person to lose weight predictably compared to the person who's getting in 4,000 steps a day or 5,000 steps a day. Because 8,000 steps is a point where you're not sedentary, you're not sitting all day, and you're certainly up and moving around more than enough for the goals of losing weight. Like, you, at least you can check off the box that activity, total activity, is not your limiting factor. If you're getting in 8,000 steps a day, at least you can say, all right, activity is not my reason why I can't lose weight. If you're getting in 5,000 steps a day, 4,000, certainly less than that, it may very well be the limit, one of the limiting factors as to why you're not able to lose weight. You're just super sedentary. Really, really, if you're getting in 3 or 4,000 steps a day, you are almost as sedentary as it gets, right? Because I can work from my couch and get up a few times a day to go to the fridge, to go to the bathroom, and I'll get in 3,000 steps that day. Literally just sitting on my couch all day, just getting up to go to the bathroom and the fridge. So if you're like less than that, man, you got trouble to deal with. That is not good for long-term health. All right. Number 3 in your plan here is to eat a vegetable with every meal. Okay. Eat a vegetable in every meal. And again, I don't care if you're eating 2 meals a day. It's pretty easy. If you're eating only 2 meals a day like me, that's not that hard. We got frozen vegetables. Literally heat them up in the microwave for 2 minutes and add them to your meal. That's an easy way to do it. It's no work. It's like no work, no effort. Or if you're using a meal prep service like me as well, they include a vegetable in many of these meals. Even if you're ordering food somewhere, order a vegetable too. If you're ordering from Chipotle, get vegetables with it. Pile on the fajita veggies. Um, if you're out at a restaurant with coworkers or clients, order something that has vegetables on the side with it. Okay, so you can do this fairly easily. And the reason we're doing this is because vegetables are pretty much the lowest calorie foods that exist. And when you're trying to lose weight and be in a calorie deficit, it's going to be in your best interest to eat foods in high volumes to keep you very full without accumulating too many calories. So that's why vegetables are essentially a cheat code for fat loss because you can eat pretty much of them as you want, and you're never going to overdo it with calories. You're never going to overdo it with calories eating Brussels sprouts or broccoli or lettuce. You can overdo it with salad dressing. That's a very calorie dense food. So that's why a salad could be 1,000 calories at a restaurant because of, the dressing they're using has 37 grams of fat, which equates to 400 calories or 450 calories, whatever. But the vegetables themselves, the spinach, the asparagus, the green beans, the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the cauliflower, these are incredibly low calorie foods that you can fill up your entire plate and it's not going to be more than 100 or so calories. So you're getting in tons of volume to fill up your stomach. You're getting in fiber and vitamins and nutrients. The first thing I go to when someone is trying to lose weight and they're feeling hungrier than they would prefer to be, the first thing I say is, how many vegetables are you eating? Usually it's not many. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not eating vegetables every day, I'm willing to bet that you're struggling to lose weight. Or even if you are losing weight, you're probably feeling very hungry. Vegetables are so key. All right. It's a very predictable way to lose more weight is literally idolize vegetables. Make vegetables like your main priority in nutrition in addition to protein. Okay. Hmm. Number 4 is to eat 1 to 2 fruits daily for a similar reason. Fruits are not quite as low calorie as vegetables, but they are a carb source, but they don't have any fat or protein in them. So that makes them a pretty low calorie snack. And they taste good. They give you energy. They're great as a pre workout snack to have 1 or 2 pieces of fruit. They give you vitamins, they give you fiber. And for the same reason as eating vegetables, they are really helpful for fat loss for that reason. So, if what I'm trying to get you to do here in these steps to lose weight predictably, I'm trying to get you to eat whole foods. As you can see, I'm not saying to eat a protein bar or eat protein chips or like, I'm trying to get you to eat whole foods. Get vegetables, get fruit in. Um, it's going to make life easier. And again, if you're currently trying to lose weight but you're struggling, have a look and see How many vegetables and fruits am I eating? Oftentimes, I mean, I see the food logs of dozens of men who have weight loss goals. It's not crazy for some people to go a full week without one piece of fruit or without one vegetable, right? This is one of the major benefits of having a coach and a second set of eyes on everything you're doing is I can be like, dude, you haven't had a piece of fruit in 2 weeks. Like, that's not healthy. Not only is that healthy, that's like the hard mode of how to lose weight. Like the hardest ways possible is don't eat any fruits and vegetables. It's like, all right, do we want to make this as hard as humanly possible, or do we want to make this like way easier and like way more fun? Like, how about we lose weight and not feel like shit while doing it? Right. So this is how you do that. So fruits and vegetables every single day. All right. What are we up to? Number five. This is a good one. Number five. Track your food every day. Again, I'm not saying for life. I'm saying for the next 45 days out of the next 58 days. Track your food every single day. I don't care if you're at the airport. Why can I track my food at the airport but you can't? Morgan's here too. Like tracking your food at the airport's usually pretty easy. They've got like fast food options, they've got those markets that have the protein shakes. Track your food every day for 45 days and see what happens. Okay? You will be better off with your fitness if you do that. For no other reason than you're more hyper aware of the things you're eating. It's like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize that salad dressing I was having had 45 grams of fat." Yeah, because you actually had to look at the nutrition label because I told you to track your food every day. "Oh man, I didn't realize that sausage I was having with breakfast only has 2 grams of protein and it has 17 grams of fat." Yeah, because I just told you to look at the nutrition label finally. Yeah, most sausages suck ass when it comes to protein to calorie ratios. You're gonna really have to dig at the grocery store to find a good one. All right. So tracking your food every day not only helps, I love this, it not only helps see short term results right now because you're more on top of how much you're eating, but it helps you long term as well because you're getting knowledge of the nutrition content of the foods you're eating. It's a double whammy. It's helping you with quick wins now and with eating intuitively better later on in 6 years from now because you know most sausages suck ass because that one time you looked at the nutrition label or you know what a serving of peanut butter actually looks like because you weighed it out. Remember those 45 days you tracked your food every day for 45 days? You actually weighed out peanut butter on a food scale and saw what one serving actually looks like. And what you usually eat is literally 3.5 servings. You eat 970 calories worth of peanut butter and say that it's one serving. And that's why you couldn't lose weight because you're tracking it as 190 calories when it's actually 970 calories. Nobody's going to lose weight when you're mistracking peanut butter. But you learn these things. You learn portion sizes, you learn what foods are high calorie. Peanut butter is great. I have peanut butter in my house all the time. It's a high calorie food. That's just the nature of it. I'm not saying it's unhealthy. Other foods are low calorie. Fruits are low calorie. Vegetables are low calorie. Chicken is low calorie. Shrimp is low calorie. Egg whites are low calorie. So, tracking your food every day is one of the most predictable ways to create results. So, if you're one of these people who's been like, I've tried everything to lose weight and it hasn't worked, well, have you tracked everything that you've eaten every day for 2 months? I'm willing to bet you haven't done that. That's like the first thing you should try. That's the first thing you should try. It's like someone saying, I haven't been able to buy a house. Hell, how much money have you saved each month? It's like someone saying that and they haven't saved that, like, not because they don't have enough. I'm saying, like, Like the first thing you should do if you want to like accumulate more money in an account to like put towards something is probably like save some money up for that thing. That's like what this is. It's like, I've tried everything to lose weight. Have you tracked your calories before? Not really, on and off. It's like, that's the first thing you should try. That's like the go-to thing that will make you lose weight. All right, I've made my point. What are we up to? Number 6. I'm kind of on a roll today. Number 6, only order out once per week. I'm putting all these in the chat. So only order food out or go out to eat once per week. Again, I'm not saying that this is the case during the holidays. Like this is for the 45 days out of the 58 days left in the year. That 6-week stretch, there's 8 weeks left in the year. So for 6 of those weeks left, don't eat out more than once per week. Yes, it's a short-term sacrifice. So I got to charge my laptop. Hold on. All right, I'm good. Lighting's a little bit off. Okay, there we go. It's a short-term sacrifice of not eating out all the time. Prepare most of your own meals and you'll be in more control of your nutrition. You'll be in more control of your results. Again, if I picked the 8 things that I know as a coach that I've coached people for 12 years. I've helped over 100 different individuals lose at least 20 pounds. So I haven't just done this myself. I did it one time. No. Pick out 100 people on the street. That's a big group of people, right? 100 people. Imagine 100 people in your house or in your apartment. That's a lot of people. Everyone's different. And I've seen what makes the most impact in weight loss. These 8 things I picked out because they will make the most impact for you in the goals of losing weight. Okay? There's other things we could talk about that are good for your health because of X, Y, and Z. But I know if you do these 8 things for 6 out of the next 8 weeks, it will give you the best possible chance at losing about a pound a week, more than anything else. Okay? So, number 6 is only go out to eat once per week. So if you're deciding between if you're it's kind of a long day, it would be convenient to just order food or order DoorDash or go out to eat. Or you can make that thing that you have in the house that you're not really pumped to eat. Just make that thing and eat that thing. Because you're gonna go out to eat plenty during the holidays. You're gonna have like special foods plenty over the holidays. All right. This makes a big difference. And the main reason for that, by the way, is because a restaurant's job is to make the food taste as amazing as possible. It's not to help you hit your macros. It's not to give you a lean meal or a macro friendly meal. Do you think the Cheesecake Factory gives any shits at all if they add 5 tablespoons of butter to your meal because it's going to make you go over your fats for the day? Of course not. They want it to taste as amazing as possible, and you do that by adding 5 tablespoons of butter to all your vegetables and your rice and your salmon and stuff. So you can order a healthy meal like salmon with vegetables and rice. Look on the Cheesecake Factory menu right now and find a salmon meal. They have the macros listed online. See what the macros are for a salmon meal. Should I look this up? I'm willing to bet like 80 grams of fat for a salmon meal. Whereas if you made that exact damn meal at home, it would be 20 grams of fat or 15 grams of fat. Let's see if I can find a salmon meal. Let's see. Total fat. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. I'm looking at the salads. There's literally some salads that have 120 or more grams of fat. Cobb salad, 124 grams of fat. Barbecue ranch chicken salad, 124 grams of fat. 1,900 calories. Shayla's chicken and avocado salad, 1,800 calories. Some of you are trying to eat 1,800 calories in a day. This is a meat. This is a salad. This is how restaurants are, man. This isn't special. Like the Cheesecake Factory isn't some terrible place just because the name is called cheesecake. This is how restaurants cook. This is a normal restaurant. Factory chopped salad. That sounds fine, right? 1,600 calories, 123 grams of fat. Let me see if I can find a nice healthy salmon meal. These sandwiches have over 100 grams of fat. All right, here we go. Um, oh, fish and seafood. Fish and chips, 1,900 calories. Oh my God, shrimp and chicken, 1,400 calories with 81 grams of fat. For context, shrimp is the leanest food. There's no fat, there's no carbs, it's just protein. Chicken is like number 2 on the list. There's like barely any fat in chicken. They're finding a way to make a shrimp and chicken dish 81 grams of fat. Dude, unreal. Unreal. Okay, Cajun salmon, found it. Any guesses? Cajun salmon, 114 grams of fat, 1,600 calories. Herb crusted salmon, 93 grams of fat, 1,400 calories. And there's always people, and if you're watching this and you don't understand why I'm calling this out, fat, I know fat alone doesn't inherently make you fat or make you gain fat. The reason I'm saying this is because dietary fat is more than twice the calories as dietary carbs and protein. So each 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. But each 1 gram of protein is only 4 calories. And each 1 gram of carbs is only 4 calories. So if you're eating very high fat foods and meals, you're accumulating calories way quicker at double the speed as someone who's eating more protein and carbs. Which, again, we're talking about weight loss. If you're trying to lose weight, you're not going to have much success if you're eating meals with over 100 grams of fat. One meal, one salad, one salmon, over 100 grams of fat. And that's because they're putting half a stick of butter on the salmon. It's going to taste amazing. Dude, that's going to be the best salmon ever. But it's going to put you way overboard on your macros. All right. That's why we don't want to go out to eat multiple times a week. If you're in a serious fat loss phase, you're going to want to not go out to eat that much. And that's fine because there's phases where we'll go out to eat more. Like during the holidays, that 14-day period, go out to eat more. That's fine. All right. Number 7, there's balance to all this stuff, right? If you want to see results, you're going to have to make some level of sacrifice somewhere. These are the things I recommend doing. These are the sacrifices I recommend making because they'll make the biggest difference for your results. You can make sacrifices elsewhere. Like some people will say, oh, cut out carbs. You can never eat carbs again. That's a sacrifice that's like not going to serve you. It's like not going to help that much because it's going to tank your strength and your energy. Carbs are the main fuel source for your energy and your workouts. So you're going to get weaker. Your workouts are going to be worse quality. Your performance is going to suffer. And by the way, it's gonna suck ass living life without any carbs. I'm not, and by the way, like I was kind of like t- uh, pinpointing fat before and saying, hey, this has this much fat, this much fat. I'm not saying eat zero fat. You have to eat a certain amount of fat to help with hormone regulation. For men, like pretty much don't go below 40 or 50 grams of fat. You have to eat fat. I'm just saying don't overdo it because the calories add up so quickly. There are people out there saying, don't eat any carbs, eat zero carbs. Good luck with that, right? All right, go do that. Go eat zero carbs and then come back to my channel in 4 weeks when you absolutely hate your life and have made no progress or you've lost a little bit of weight and then gained it all back. Come back after you try that absolute nonsense if you're ready to have like an actual lifestyle. All right? Which by the way is most of my clients. Like most of you guys if you're watching this like you've tried that, right? You're done with that nonsense. You're over the quick fixes and you're over all that nonsense. So number 7 here is to eat at least 30 grams of protein per meal. All right, here's where the protein comes in. Protein keeps you full more than fats and carbs do. So it's going to be beneficial if you're in a calorie deficit to stay more full, right? So if you can have at least 30 grams of protein, probably say 30 to 50 grams of protein in every meal you eat, you're going to be better off. You're going to be in a good spot. I'm betting money on you. If for 45 days each meal you have at least 30 grams of protein and you have a vegetable in that meal, man, that's someone I'm putting my money on. They're going to make some progress. Okay? If you're the type of person who's having like toast with almond butter or cereal for breakfast or like you're not even touching 20 grams of protein for one of your meals, I'm not betting on you, right? It's going to kind of mess up the whole day. It's going to kind of mess like I'm speaking for myself. I'd be hungry if I had like toast for breakfast and that was my meal and that was my breakfast. There's no protein there. Almond butter, peanut butter, that's not protein. That's straight fat. That's straight calories with like 7 grams of protein per 18 grams of fat, right? Now add a protein shake to that and it's a little bit better. Add 5 servings of egg whites on the side of that. All right, now we're talking about a meal. I'm not saying don't have the fat sources. I'm saying where's the protein at? Add 5 servings of liquid egg whites to the side of that and we're looking at 25 grams of protein from that. All right, 30 grams of protein in each meal. And this is going to help you to stay full in your calorie deficit, but also it's going to give you a better chance at maintaining muscle while you're losing fat. People are going crazy because people on these GLP-1s are losing muscle. It's like, who's going to, I'll tell everybody. Most people lose muscle when they lose weight because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not eating enough protein and they're not strength training properly. It's not just people on GLP-1s, everybody. The reason why we're all freaking out about it now, oh my God, people are losing muscle taking GLP-1s. Yeah, because these are people who aren't eating enough protein or strength training properly. They're leaning on the drugs as a crutch because they don't know how to eat well and they don't know how to train properly. Of course, don't get me wrong. I have clients who are on GLP-1s who know how to do things properly. They're good. They're strength training. They're taking care of themselves. They're trying to get protein in each meal. There's certainly people who are doing it just like them. You don't have to lose muscle while losing weight or while taking a GLP-1. My point, I didn't mean to bring the GLP-1s into this. My point is that you will lose muscle while you're losing weight. You won't just lose fat. You'll lose muscle if you're not getting in a reasonable amount of protein or strength training. Okay? regardless of if you're on those medications or not. And this is why so many people will lose 20 pounds and then not even like how they look. They'll lose 20 pounds and be like, I don't even look any different. I just look like a smaller version of how I was 20 pounds heavier ago. It's like, yeah, because you're not focused on improving your body composition. You're not focused on maintaining the muscle you currently have while losing just fat. Wow. All right, last tip, number 8, strength training. This is the first time I'm mentioning it. Strength training 3 to 5 times a week. And the truth is, it doesn't really matter much whether it's 3 times a week or 5 times a week. It really doesn't. I was telling another client this yesterday. He was kind of beating himself up because he's got a 4-day workout routine. And for the last few weeks, he's only been hitting 3 of them. He's been busy. I told him, listen, 3 times a week is fine. Doing 3 workouts a week instead of 4 won't impact your results, specifically with weight loss, even 1%. Not even 1%. The reason why strength training is important is, yes, to keep your metabolism strong, but also to help you maintain that muscle while you are in a fat loss phase, losing body fat. It's kind of a long-term investment. You're going to be better off long term for it. This one is less about weight loss and it's more about like overall like keeping you happy. So when you lose the weight, you're actually happy with how you look. You actually maintain muscle. You're better off 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If you're just doing it through cardio, you're gonna burn out at some point. So those are the 8 things, guys. That's the plan to lose 5 to 10 pounds in the next 8 weeks while enjoying the holidays guilt free. Again, I don't know if I made it clear enough. I've only said it 7 times, but do these things for 45 days out of the next 58 days. Can you do that? That's the challenge. It's like the 75 hard challenge, only this is like way more realistic and way more sustainable. That's how you're going to make progress this time of year while still being able to enjoy the holidays without stressing out about your diet. All right? Now, if you want me to coach you step by step to do these things, only in a more customized plan to make sure that you're starting 2026 better off physically than you are right now, send me a message or you can go to modernmanprogram.com, um, and we can either set up a quick intro call to go over what your goals are and see what's best for you, or we can communicate over email or over Instagram DM, and I can send you kind of a document that explains what it entails and what it would be like, and you can see if it's for you. But it really helps this time of year to have coaching, to have accountability. Like I said, most people know all these, like you knew all these things were good, but I'm sort of challenging you to do them. Like, no excuses. Do these things every day for 45 days, right? You wouldn't have told yourself to do that. And what happens to most people is they're doing well up until Thanksgiving and then they fall off for 5 weeks. And there's no one in their ear being like, "Hey dude, it's been 3 days since Thanksgiving. Like today you're getting back to it." You Most of us need someone to do that. Most of us need someone to report back to check in with if we especially want to be consistent in the last 2 months of the year. All right? So, hope this was helpful. This was just me being brutally honest. Hope this was helpful. Have an amazing day. I'll see you next time, Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be live here on my channel every week. So I'll see you guys next week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.